Hello. Okay, this is the second video of today. I'm just going to title it in brackets my Friday off work. Because I've done a video earlier just telling you my favourite movies, showing you my favourite movies and that on the DVDs I've got. That was the first video that I've done on my Friday off. So I'll just put in brackets my Friday off. This is the next video, and it's going to be about showing you where Dundee's football grounds are. The Tannadice Park for Dundee United and Dens Park for Dundee Football Club. So I'm currently at the top of Dundee Law, and I'm going to show you where it is, well, where they are in relation to the rest of the city, seen from the top of the law, Dundee Law. And I'll also show you on Google Maps as well. So I'll show you the Google Map one first, then I'll get out and show you the views. It's in this kind of like Dens Road, Hilltown area of Dundee. It's the central kind of areas of Dundee. It's where the football grounds are. On the Google Maps, I'll show you where Tannadice Park is. First of all, it's Dundee United. So just so that, of course, this video can be watched really anywhere in the world, so I'll show you where it is in relation to the rest of the UK. So I live in Dundee, so it's Dundee City, which is east coast of Scotland. So I'll zoom in to Dundee. My blue dot's current position is at the top of Dundee Law. The red markers where Tannadice Park is. So you could see where it is in relation to Dundee City. So kind of like keep zooming in. Tannadice Park. So it sits between Sandyman Street and Tannadice Street, and you've got the Arkley Street that runs right up to the Clipperton Road. Served by the 18 bus service, as I should know because I drive the buses in Dundee. And the Dens Park is just up the road a bit from Tannadice. Now I'll go and get that for you. So Dens is just, I'll try to get the directions, but it's kind of like going off. Try again. Right. So Tannadice Park and Dens Park Stadium is just up the road. So I will go around the outsides of these stadiums and show you them. Even get the directions for you as well. So it's only 0.1 of a mile apart. Stadiums are only 0.1 of a mile apart. So they have the derbies, Dundee Derby. I was about to say demolition derby because I'm not used to going to the stock car banger racings. When I use the word derby, it's usually in relation to the stock car banger racing. That's what comes to mind every time I hear that word. Is what I say, demolition derby, because I'm so used to that. But no, the Dundee Derby is where Dundee United play Dundee, vice versa. And I was at one with my mate on the 2nd of January 2025, where Dundee United won. They won 1-0. So my mate's a big supporter of Dundee United. I'm going to get out in a minute, but prior to 2019 I had never been to a football match before in my life. It's my mate that he's been into United for probably as long as he's been alive. I say I never really had anything to do with football. I just said, right, well, he asked me to come along to one of the matches in 2019. I went, so I've been going just when I can, when I feel like it. I've been following the Dundee United with him, so I'm not like one of these. I'm not what you would call a die-hard supporter. I just go for the the day out and just watch the match, and when of course they score, I make sure that I've been spending money on it, I might as well want them to win, eh? And then of course when the opposing team scores, then just do not cheer that one, for goodness sake. And you go boo. I've never been one for taking sides anyway. I just like watching the sport. I mean, it's like that with the stock car racing, and I like the banger racing. But anyway, I'm not going to go off at a tangent. I'll try and focus in on this. Right, I'm going to go out and show you from the view of the park from here at the top of Dundee Law. I'll get that done now. So it's an alright day considering it's February, early February. It's still cold though, but you get lovely views from here at the top of Dundee Law, and you get a nice view of the parks. I'll just get myself up there and you'll see the parks from here. I'll just turn this camera around for you. So that's both the football grounds there, if I can zoom them in. The blue one, Dens Park for Dundee Football Club. And of course the tangerine, black and tangerine, Dundee United Football Club, Tannadice Park. So it's kind of like looking north-east. It's just panning round to the north, boundary at the City of Dundee. It's kind of going round, looking west now, doing a 360. Got the River Tay, it's quite spectacular actually. It's kind of looking south-west, over into Fife across the River Tay. Rail Bridge. It's the War Memorial. They light that on the Remembrance Sunday, they light that up. They have a light shining out from there, a gas light is a memorial. You can't, the Tay Road Bridge is there, but that tree is blocking it, but I'm not really concerned with that in this video too much. So it's just looking southeast, and it gives you an idea where the football grounds are in relation to the City of Dundee, and that's kind of in the central. That's Clipperton Road up that way, and you've got Dens Road, Provost Road that runs up the west side of Dens, and you've got Artley Street that runs up the east side of Tannadice, and the two roads that run up Sandyman Street and Tannadice Street run lengthways accordingly. And then you've got like cold side, the Hilltown housing scheme. Dundee Hilltown is down that way, but you can't really see where the trees are blocking the multis, but the Hilltown that's this kind of general area of the Hilltown. Well, the football grounds aren't overly far from there. You can just see Dundee, the right, and then they've got the FC for Dundee United Football Club, the orange one just at the back, so you can just kind of see that, make that out kind of. So I'm going to take a drive down there. I'll probably put the dash cam on, the windscreen mount, and I'll drive round the stadiums. I'll get a closer look and show you that. So it's just a closer view of the War Memorial. I don't want to make this video too long by going off at a tangent. I'll just show you. But there's a view of the Tay Road Bridge that you couldn't see earlier, and these white multis are at the bottom of the Hilltown. The Hilltown runs up from there right the way up to more or less cold side, but the trees are obscuring the view at the moment. But the Dundee Central area is down there. That's the Caird Hall, the V&A, Discovery Point. That's all the Dundee City Centre area. Say the rail bridge is just there. Well, the football grounds is just out of view, but it's kind of there. And you've got Dundee Docks as well. But I don't want to go off at a tangent. I'll just keep this focused about the football grounds. Oh, it's freezing. Anyway, right, I'm going to get going. I'll get down to the grounds. I'll record the footage as I drive around. I'll put the windscreen mount for the phone on there, and I'll record as I drive round the grounds, and I'll get out and have a walk around as well. So I'll make my way there, and the next footage bit you'll see is the dashcam footage, or the footage from the windscreen. Right, so I'm just at the foot of Provost Road and going away to, well, I'm going to get all that is. It's busy all of a sudden. I'm going to go down Sandyman Street, I think it's called. Or is it Tannadice? It's one of the streets anyway that goes down the same, it's the road that both the parks are connected by. So this is Provost Road, yeah, turning right onto Sandyman Street. So just always pick the worst times when the traffic's at its worst there. Friday afternoon. So that's Dundee Dens on the park on the right, Dens Park on the right. Up straight ahead is Tannadice Park. I'm just going to pull in, get the for a second. Just right. I don't know what I'll be trying to take time going down this road so I can show you. I'll get out and have a walk round as well. So that's Dens Park and passing on the right. So you got that Hindmarsh Avenue that kind of like on the left there, that road I'll probably go down it. So you can see Tannadice on the left. It's Dundee United football ground. As I say, I'll get a good look round them in a few moments and just want to drive around the area just to give you an idea of the general area. You've got Dundee United football shop on the right hand side of that, Tangerine. Club shop and ticket office, just past that on the right. So I've come to the end of Sandyman Street where it meets Arkley Street. So I'm going to turn left here up Arkley Street and I'm going to go back down Tannadice Road, I think it is, or whatever. We'll see in a minute anyway. Right. I just couldn't do it earlier. Unfortunately, it's a busier time on a Friday afternoon, but it's not too bad. So I'm going up Arkley Street. I'm just going to turn left onto Tannadice Street. This Sandyman, oh come on, this isn't it right, this is Sandyman Street that I know. I must have been Tannadice Street that I came down earlier, so this is Sandyman Street. So, Tannadice Park's on the left. What it was is the road branched off, that's why. I originally came on Sandyman Road and it branched off on Tannadice Street. And then, that's why I did a different road. But anyway, you can see the Tannadice Park on the left. And then now you can see Dundee Football Park just up ahead on the left. So I'm going down Hindmarsh Avenue. Back onto Tannadice Street. So what I'll do now is I'll past Dundee's Dens Park on the left again. So yeah, this is Tannadice Street. It sort of merges with Sandyman Road as well. So it's a bit complicated. It's just because the giveaways for Sandyman Road, if I'd went left with the road fork to the left, then I would have been still on Sandyman, but I took the fork to the right, which was actually Tannadice. I thought I was still on Sandyman Street. This is now Sandyman Street because it's the fork. This is what I came on originally. So back on the Sandyman Street. It's just because the giveaway, the right away went towards Tannadice Street as I followed the road round, so automatically went on Tannadice Street earlier. That's why I thought I was still on Sandyman Street. And not on that area an awful lot, but this is going back down Provost Road and we're going to turn left on the Dens Road and you'll see the football ground on the Dens Park football ground on the left just in a moment. Just in a moment when I get out of this junction. So, on to Dens Road now. And that's the entrance gate, back gate entrance to Dens Park, the blue wall going to turn up, I think it's North Isla Street or something. This mini roundabout. Going up North Isla Street. So, you got a lot of football coaches and that. So Radio Tay studios or broadcasting stations on the left there as well. So you can see right up ahead, Tannadice. Dundee United football ground, straight ahead. Jim McLean Fairs Pavilion stand, just right up, straight ahead. What I'll do now is I'm going to turn left back on Tannadice Street. I'm going to get parked. I'm going to get out heavy walk a bit. Get some closer up footage for you. So I'll get parked here, and I'll get out and probably do Dens first, seeing it closer to it. So that's that wee bit of coverage for you. Yeah, so what it was is that road, this is actually Tannadice Street that I'm on. It's just where I came off of Provost Road and turned right onto Sandyman Road, or Sandyman Street rather. If I'd basically came in and turned left with that giveaway, then I would have continued along Sandyman Street. That would have came out of Provost. But because the right of way was, the road just kind of like automatically swept down onto Tannadice Street, whereas I thought this was still Sandyman Road, or Street or whatever. But that's why I said it was still on Sandyman Road when I was down there, and it was actually on Tannadice Street. It's just the way the priority to the roads are up there. So Clippington Road's up there. It's not my point going up there to show you that. It's just you got an idea. Right, I'm going to get out and maybe zoom in on the floodlights and some of the closer ups of the stadium entrance and stuff. There's a statue down at the Tannadice Park as well. I'll see if I could capture that for you as well. My mate, if he was here, he would probably be able to, he would give you a lot more details of the football players and stuff like that. I've never really followed football. I still don't really follow football, to be honest. I never really have. As I say, 2019 was the first time I'd ever went to a match in my life. So 2019 I was 44. So 44 years it took me to go to a football match so far. I could have safely said for the 44 years of my life I hadn't set foot in a football match until then. So, but since then I've went to just some of them now and again with my mate. My mate's a die-hard supporter. He wears all the gear and all the United stuff and all the kit and everything, goes away, gets the season tickets and watches them away as well. I just go when I can, or when my mate wants us to give him a lift there and a lift back. But no, I enjoy it. I enjoy going as well for the day as well. So right, let's get it and have a wee look around for you. So I'm just making my way up to Dens Park Stadium. Just walking up Tannadice Street towards the blue livery Dens Park, the blue colour. So I'll get a closer up with this for you. Dens football ground. So I'll just get the view from it from here. So that's what I meant about that road. See, Tannadice Street is just, basically it's got the right of way, it's got the give way to this road. So I came on Sandyman Road there, it was just following it down and it automatically went to Tannadice Street. Whereas if you want to continue along Sandyman Road, you've got to give way, well, you've got the giveaways and that, so change of priority and that leads on to Sandyman Road, which comes out to Provost Road. It's just down there on the left. The last time I was here was on January the 2nd, and was absolutely freezing. Today I'm freezing again. It's watching the derby where Dundee United beat Dundee 1-0 on that match anyway. They had another derby but they got beat. I wasn't at that match, it was the other way around, they got beat 1-0. I was working that day. Maybe I was, it seems when I go to the match it seems to be so far they win. So maybe because I wasn't there, I didn't. Provis Road just on the there. Sandeman Street. As I say, it just comes right off of Provis Road. So if you continue up Provis Road, you just come to Clippington Road. If you keep going up it, but it's just a busy road. There's no really great deal of point in going up there regarding the football. It gets really busy with parking when there's a match on. The roads are really clogged up with parked cars, especially the Monkers Crescent, the top bit of Dens Road. And as you know, I drive the bus and the one has to squeeze past some parked cars that are parked opposite bollards, making it very tight. But that happens sometimes when there's a match on. This road, and it meets the Dens Road. That's the corner of it, the Dens Park. That's where you get the number 1 bus. Stops at Dens Park. Dens Road. On North Island Street, that's the Radio T studio. Up that way, nothing there. Dundee radio station, Radio T. So it's just looking down North Island Street. Some of the old mill buildings on the right, I would say that's what they were. Old mills at one time. It's the old part of Dundee, the central area. So now that I've walked around Dens Park, I'm now back on to Tannadice Street and I'm going to walk around Tannadice. I'm just heading down. I'm going to head down to Dundee United's shop, which is down on the right there. See if I can zoom in on these statues that were visible. There's some statues in the Dundee United grounds that'll be worth showing. I'm just going to cross over because you'll get the view behind me. It's a bit of an industrial estate, well, retail park kind of opposite as well. Not industrial estate, but just like shops, retail businesses. So Angus Works. It's just Niche Street, it's a dead end I think. Or maybe not. I don't know, I've never really driven that road before. It's not a very long road, but it's the statue. You can maybe just see it. I'll go and zoom in and show you that from Tannadice. The shop is just down the right. Dundee United shop on the right there. I'll maybe get a better view across the road, I think. Just at the bottom of Tannadice Street, just where it meets Arkley Street. Right, so I'm just continuing down Tannadice Street. I'm going to walk up Arkley Street and along Sandyman Street at the front entrance to Tannadice Park. It's the 18 bus service that goes up and down Arkley Street. Again, I've driven that so many times I could probably drive it blindfolded, but that's the services that go up Arkley Street. So this is basically the bottom of Tannadice Street where it meets Arkley Street. Yeah, it's 18 services come up and down this road, and just at the top there going to Sandyman Street. Again, there's a match on this street, it's just chock-a-block with parked cars. So if you're coming to a football match, get here early for the parking, or be prepared to park a mile away. Quite a bit away anyway. You will get parked somewhere, you just have to walk. Or to get the coach, or park in the town and get the bus. Probably walk, it's not that far actually, they said. So I thought I'd get that in there for you as well if you wanted to get the bus. Number 18 or number 1. That's the ones that go past. Both the grounds more or less. So Sandyman Road continues across Arkley Street and heads towards Court Street, but continues along a bit. It continues along there, but the bit in concern is the bit passing the football ground. So this bit of the road's closed off during the match, probably just open for locals. So during the match I've certainly seen this street really busy, as you would expect. I think the capacity is about what, 15,000 or 30,000 or something. I'd have to check it back on the Googles, but it gets really busy, and it's, as I say, the road's closed for normal through traffic, and it's just just limited access for locals and that. But yeah, it gets really congested here during the match days. Special coach parking as well for coaches. There's a route for coaching. Obviously they don't want the coaches blocking up the streets and getting jammed, so they designate routes for that. So this is the Tannadice Dundee United football ground. Picture of that. So I'm just heading up Sandyman Street towards Hindmarsh Avenue, I think it is. So if my mate was here, he'd probably be able to tell you who the statue was. I've never researched much into it. I've never really followed football until very late on in my life. I was 44 when I first went to a match, so prior to that I didn't really bother about football. Just decided, well, he asked us to come, I said, oh, come on, I'll go. I'll make a first time. I've went ever since, I think I can, like, on the occasions, but yeah, I suppose I'd have to say I'd support United, because I've paid money for the ticket, which supports United when you're splitting it financially, and cheering when they score, and put my head down and going, if they get a goal against them. Being that way, I won't bet. I mean, so far most of the matches I went to, they've won. So if I put a bet on for sure, I'll lose, won't they? Sod's law. But no, I wouldn't want to start gambling or betting. So this is the view of it from this angle here. From this west, the west boundary. This is the west boundary of Tannadice. So I don't know if I can get the camera up. So selfie stick might. So I've pretty much just parked in there, which is handy. I've walked right round the ends, and now I've just walked right down Tannadice, right around Tannadice Park. And I think I've covered pretty much all of it. So, yeah, I've been in there a few times now since 2019. Summer 2019 was the first time I went there. I've been to some of the away games as well. It's reached a lift to get them there. No, I went as well. I mean, I wanted to go to one of the away games. There was one of the ones we went to, we took the coach. There was a coach put on for the United supporters. I can't remember what it was. What match was it though? Jeez, I'll come to me eventually. Ibrox, that's right. It was in Glasgow. Oh, that was a couple of years back. So that is it. I'm going to get back in the warm car. It's blooming freezing. So it's also just what I might add that it's quite significant that there's two football grounds. From what I believe, it's quite rare to have two opposing football grounds on the same street. You might actually get a wee bit of the inside of the United one. Right, and getting back in here, it's nice and warm. It's freezing. I remember I was freezing my blooming. I was freezing myself when I was at that last game at 2nd of January. Oh, it must be like -2 or something. And I had the cold. And it was worse after it. It's my own fault though. Mind you, I couldn't have really done up that opportunity. I was getting a free ticket. I mean, he says, it was in Fife, he says, you want to come to the match, the derby. So, but no, you're joking. Yeah, it's a free ticket. She's not managing, she's not well, so I could come. So, right, alright, you're on. I just got myself here. I didn't even have my warm clothing on. Well, I did, but not as much as I should have done. So I sat there for about 2 hours, so it was freezing. But it was great that they won on that one. They beat them 1-0. Like I say, I'm not a die-hard supporter, I just went for the fun of it. It was free and it was good fun. But anyway, I've covered the grounds. I used to be Tannadice at a support anyway, because I have done for the last 5 years. But obviously every time you spend money on a ticket, it's supporting it. When you sit on their side and cheer when they score and go boo when they get a goal scored against them, then you're kind of supporting. So in that respect, I am. But I'm not one of the ones, I'm not a die-hard supporter. You know, I've never really been into football. I'm more into the stock car racing, the banger racing, the motorsports, that kind of thing. But no, I thought I would do a video on that on my Friday, on my day off the day. Just to something different. I thought I would get around to it. Right, okay, that's it then. So see what else I put up on my channel, and thanks for watching. Okay, see you later. Bye for now.